2, 1.
Welcome back, 90th minute winner, episode 7. We're back in business.
Again?
Missed last week. We did miss last week.
Yeah, we had a bit of a mare, didn't we, last week?
We had a busy week last week. Well, I say busy week, I just wasn't here.
Well, we did, it didn't, let's get me words up. It didn't even come up in conversation until I saw you on Wednesday night and you were going away on Thursday,
Yeah.
so it was...
Yeah, we always do it towards the end of the week, really, if we can. Well, it don't really matter normally, but anyway, long story short, I was away, couldn't film on whatever,
Yeah.
we moved. So what today's going to consist of is, if you remember in number 6 we did predictions for game week 2. So we're just going to quickly run through game week 2 and last week as well. And then we're going to do the transfers as well. So what clubs have signed players and players they've released and sold and stuff. So and what we're going to do is do it in order. So alphabetical order. So literally starting with Arsenal all the way down to Wolves. So if you don't want to listen to everyone's, skip to your club. So straight in. We are going to try and get this out thick and fast because we've got things to do after we recorded this. So
what we will say now is that we're undecided if we're going to do one next week or not.
yeah, because it's international.
The international is boring, isn't it? We play Hungary tonight,
Yeah.
and then we've got Poland.
I don't know now.
Saturday or Sunday, and then we've got another one next week.
I'm not even keeping up with England.
We'll have a little look. We might do something. Maybe even like a little preview for next week.
We could do a little something, yeah, or even like a watch along for an England game or something.
Yeah, all that.
Also, shirts are back.
Shirts are back.
Shirts have made a comeback. Lovely 2 little purchase from myself. 2 hooks.
2 hooks.
Best purchase of the flat sofa. Right, let's go straight in with Arsenal. Straight in.
Shit.
So game week 2, they lost to Chelsea 2-0. Your prediction
3 or 4-1.
was 3 or 4-1 to Chelsea, and my prediction was 3-0 Chelsea. So we knew
from memory. Chelsea had an easy game,
yeah.
and Arsenal only looked menacing at corners.
Yeah,
we had a lot of corners.
We had a lot
corners.
of corners, yeah. So yeah, that was game week 2. Game week 3, it got worse.
Yeah.
And you lost 5-0.
I mean, you can't.
5-0 to City.
You can't go to Man City, go down to 10 men and expect anything.
No, exactly. Do you think it was a red card? Have you seen it?
No. I've not watched any football this.
I've
not watched any football this weekend either because obviously I've been busy as well.
I
watched a bit of the Chelsea Liverpool game.
Yeah. I think it was a little bit harsh, but at the same time, if your studs are showing and your feet are off the ground, then you can't really complain. It didn't really catch him much, but if it's reckless, it's reckless. Moving on, sticking with Arsenal, moving on, the transfers in. Me personally, right, and I don't know why, it really winds me up. Arsenal spent 144 million. But on who? Do you know what I mean?
Well, 50, that's on Ben White.
But yeah, no. I've got Ben White, Tavares, Lokonga, Odegaard. Obviously brought Odegaard back in. Ramsdale and that
Bologna centre back.
Yeah, I don't know how
Japanese
to say his name.
bloke.
Yeah, I don't know how to say his name. You got him as well. That was like a deadline day job.
Yeah, yeah.
You've got 144 million.
Yeah.
It's sickening.
If you want to, I'm pretty sure 75 million and 85 million of that is Ramsdale and
Ben White. Yeah.
But that's English players,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. That's the trouble. Yeah, you are right. Yeah.
Because obviously with the even Danny Ings is 28, 29. It's cost 25 million. Worth every penny. Don't get me wrong. But 5 years ago, he'd go for 10 mil because
100%.
it's purely down to having to have the amount of homegrown players in your squads now.
Yeah. Yeah,
because I think Lukaku classes as homegrown because he was 3. Because he signed for Chelsea, was he, when he was 18, and it's 3 years before his 21st birthday.
Yeah.
And he was obviously Chelsea, West Brom, Everton, Man United.
Yeah.
So I think I'm not 100% sure on that. If anybody knows for sure, let me know.
Yeah, and then the transfers out for Arsenal. I haven't written them all down. All the transfers. I've written some key names. I've put Joe Willock.
Yeah.
May or may not have got a
game.
game.
25 million.
Yeah,
it's a premium.
Gone to Newcastle. May or may not have got a game, but I do actually quite like him. I think he's alright.
Yeah, I think he'll come back and bite Arsenal like most transfers.
Maybe, yeah. And I've just put Bella in. I think that's an unusual one, which we spoke about that, didn't we? Randomly we spoke about
it. But
on loan.
He wants him out, doesn't he? For some reason, he doesn't rate him.
It's a weird one. 2 Spaniards, you'd think they'd be able to get together, like, do you know what I mean? But it's a weird one, Bellerin. On his day, he's a good right back. And then I've put William.
And David Luiz.
And
Both
David
released.
Luiz, yeah. That's what I mean. I didn't put them all down, but yeah, I also put William down because I think it's funny. Because he's desperate for a move out of Stamford Bridge and he's gone to Brazil.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
240. I didn't realise you were on 240 grand.
Yeah, he's on a lot of money. A lot of money.
Daylight robbery.
Right, should we move on?
Yeah.
Thick and fast. Aston Villa. Aston Villa. Game week 2. They won 2-0 against Newcastle. Do you remember what you put?
I think it's a 1-1.
You said 2-2. I said 2-1 to Villa. So I've got results right so far, not scores. And they drew 1-1 to Brentford. Because it was that
Yeah.
Danny Ings overhead kick.
No, that was the Newcastle game.
Newcastle game.
Sure. Yeah, it was.
Was it?
Yeah. I know that Ivan Toney scored for Brentford.
Yeah. I can't remember this goal, mate.
Was it Al Ghazi?
Could have been. Is it a penalty? No, it wasn't a penalty.
I'll have a quick
Well, have a quick look. Anyway,
look.
so they drew 1-0 to Brentford anyway in game week 3. Transfers in. Danny Ings, as we've mentioned multiple times over the past couple of episodes. Buendia, which we've also mentioned.
Buendia scored.
Those
Yeah.
scored. Perfect timing. Buendia, who, I mean, I've written down like the key ones, evidently keys. He's scored against Brentford.
What? Arsenal wanted him, didn't they?
Yeah, no, that's true, yeah. We've got Ashley Young.
Yeah, he's still doing. I think he's
Yeah.
played every game
Do you
so
know what I
far.
mean?
He
Yeah.
might not- I don't think he's played 90 minutes. But he's played
I
every
wasn't
game.
sure where to write it down, but I mean, he's gone back to Villa after all these years, and I don't.
I mean, technically, he should have gone back to Watford after all these years.
Yeah, I'm not a massive Ashley Young fan, to be honest. Not playing wise, just I don't like him as a person. I know it might sound quite harsh, but anyway, Leon Bailey, I think that's an excellent signing. As long as he, you know what I mean, he could be good. Leon Bailey, and I put the fella, I don't know how to say his name, from Man United online.
Tuanzebe?
That's the one.
Axel Tuanzebe?
Yeah.
He was on loan there when they were in the Championship.
I know, yeah.
So,
Yeah, I know, then they're putting him back in again. I've just written down key players.
well, hang on. Biggest key player, Caleb Chuamepka.
Well, yeah, we'll do your League 2 thing at the end.
I mean, you
Or
can't.
the young players at the end. And the transfer, some of these I've not even put transfers for some of these. Like the transfers out, what I read, their only transfer out
It was
was
Grealish.
the big one. Yeah, it was Grealish. They might have had players gone on
Well,
loan or
we've signed one on loan. I think it was all part of the deal with that.
Yeah.
Chuamepka. If I butchered his name, I've butchered his name. By the
yeah.
way.
But that's what I mean. So like some of them I've not, like, some of the clubs I've not even put transfers in and out because from what I was reading, I mean, it's took me about an hour and 15 minutes to do.
That's why we take it in turns to do
Take
notes.
it in turns,
And
like,
luckily, it's
fuck
not
turn.
my turn this
I
week.
got the wrong week. But yeah, for Villa, their standout one obviously is Grealish. Brentford, game week 2, 0-0 against Palace. Do you remember what you put for that?
Did I say 1-1? Or did I say Palace 1-0?
You said 1-1. And I
Yeah.
said 2-2. So it was 0-0. And then game week 3 was 0-0. No, it could have been 0-0.
Yeah, drew 1-0.
Drew 1-0, that's what I meant. Drew 1-0 with Villa. Their transfers in and out, I haven't actually put anything. Unless you know anything off the top of your head, I think we swiftly move on from Brentford.
Off the top of my head, no.
That's, you couldn't think of one. Do you know what I mean? You couldn't think of one. You go, oh yeah. Moving on.
Yeah, move on.
Brighton 1-2-0 against Watford, game week 2. Do you remember what you put?
I think I went for a Watford win, didn't I?
Yeah, 2-1 Watford. Yeah, and I put 2-0 Brighton. It's one of them.
Is that Shane Duffy? The Shane Duffy
Shane
show,
Duffy show, it was, yeah. And then game week 3 they lost 2-0 at home to Everton.
Oh, see, I would have said that.
Yeah, well, we didn't. That's the thing, because we couldn't, because I was away. Because I was away last week, and we didn't do one. We didn't. It would have probably just been a prediction video, wouldn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
So whatever. The transfers in. They signed that player, long bushy hair from Spain.
Cucurella.
That's the one. I've got it written down. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Signed him, didn't they?
Yeah.
That's the only really standout one to me that was on there.
And then
For
transfers
Brighton.
out, obviously Ben White.
Ben White, and I also put Izquierdo, the Colombian. Is he Colombian or Venezuelan?
One of them.
One of them, isn't he? I also put that down. Don't know why. His name.
Florian Andon's gone out on loan as well.
Probably, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah. Brighton. You know.
Do what they do, don't
Do what
they?
they do. Actually, yeah, they're all right. Burnley, our favourite on this channel.
Maxwell Cornet.
Yeah, I have put that down. Hang on. So you got game week 2. They lost 2-0 to Liverpool. Do you remember what you put?
4-0.
Yeah, and I put 3-0. So Yeah, it's around there somewhere. And then they drew 1-1 with Leeds in game week 3.
Good result from.
I think it's not a bad result. I actually don't think. Was it at Allen Road?
No, it was at Turf Moor.
Turf Moor.
It was a last minute goal for Bamford,
Yeah.
the last few minutes from Bamford.
Yeah, see, I think it's actually a good result for Leeds as well,
Yeah.
to be honest. But yeah, transfers in, like you just said, Maxwell Cornet, whatever his name is, 15 million.
Did Dwight McNeil go out in the end? Because obviously we said we said the other week, and I remember seeing a rumour about it that somebody had gone.
We said about him, didn't we? He scored that goal against. Did he score a goal against Palace? I imagine that. I don't know. But you have a look at that. I've got Maxwell Cornet written down for 15 million. They're highest, by the way, which really surprised me. That's their most expensive player, which I think is nuts.
But
That's
when
what
you think
Burnley
of Burnley,
done.
you don't think of millions and millions and millions.
Yeah.
You don't think of tens of millions.
Yeah.
Sean Dyche is a genius.
Yeah, I've put Aaron Lennon.
Free transfer. Back. Is he gone back there, or was it Everton he got rid
He
of?
was at Everton, weren't he? Well, I feel like he's been to Burnley. I don't know why I feel like that's
But not Burnley. Burnley can
I
fuck
don't know why I
off.
feel like that's happened, but he was definitely at Everton. And I've put Connor Roberts from Swansea.
Yeah, 2.5 mil.
Yeah, could be good little handy signing.
He was at Burnley
Yeah,
for
I
2
thought he
years.
was, yeah.
Then he went to Turkey, and now he's back.
Yeah. Was he not at Everton at all?
He was, yeah,
Oh,
for 3 years.
That's
total.
Yeah, the transfer was out. Again, didn't write any down because there was none really that stood out to me. Next up, I've put the champions of Europe.
Man City.
Yeah, right. We put obviously we beat Arsenal 2-0. Do you remember what you put?
3-4-1. We've been there already.
Yeah, I've been there already. Yeah. Yeah, and then we drew 1-0 with Liverpool, which in the end was a fantastic result.
Yeah, in the hindsight, it's a great result.
Very good result. That second half performance, considering we took Kante off and it was a defensive
I
performance.
mean, if you're being honest, if I'd have said to you, probably not you, because you're proper Chelsea. But if I'd have said to you, you'll draw 1-1 at Anfield on Saturday.
I'll take a point. I said that to Dad.
Even with 10 men.
Take a point. But we have got the squad to go to Anfield and beat them. And that's why when we were 1-0 up, I thought this was just, here we go, when it rains it pours. And I honestly thought we'd stick a couple past them. But obviously Anthony Taylor, the bold prick, had to ruin the game. But fair enough, I think it was a penalty. Sending off, I think
it's harsh.
Sending
I
off
think it's harsh.
Penalty I can agree with because it's the rules of today, which is bullshit. But
I still think it's harsh.
do you reckon?
I think it's not as if. Oh, I get it. They say, "Oh, his arm was up here." Yeah, all right, fair enough. But it's bounced off his leg.
Getting off his thigh.
I had this in a game the other week, and it's the same. I had a game the other week, and the ref did. I had the same thing. Hit my knee and it bounced up and hit my arm, and he'd give a free kick, and I went, "What do you want me to fucking do, ref? Put my arm like that all the time?
Yeah,
You
exactly.
just can't move it out of the way quick enough."
But yeah, disappointed not to win the game actually, but like I say, in hindsight, it's actually a very good result. Yeah, good second half performance.
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued about your transfers. Yeah.
Well, we've only made 3 in.
Yeah, but Big Rom. All right, we know about that. We've discussed.
Bettinelli. Yeah, we won't speak about Rom that much. Bettinelli, which is the third choice
keeper,
and then Sal.
It's him that I want to hear your opinion on.
My opinion.
Because very good footballer.
Yeah.
Very good footballer. Has done the business Atletico for a long time.
And Spain.
But who is he stepping in for?
Yes, that's the thing. I'm not too sure. Like, I'm happy with him because I do quite like him. Fair enough. I'm not a fucking massive Atletico Madrid fan. I watch their games like week in, week out. But we all know, if you know football, you know what Sal's about, don't you?
Sal Niguez.
Yeah. And I think what we paid 4-5 million euros for now for the loan.
Is it an option to
and
buy?
then it's an option to buy for 35 mil
Bargain.
at the end of his loan spell. So, and just quickly, last time we did, because we don't really do loans, so I don't really recognise us for loans, recently anyway. The last loan was Kovacic, and then we signed him from Real Madrid. And look how that's turned out. I think he's turned out to be quite a good little player.
So if you go from your midfield 3 that started at Liverpool, Kante, Jorginho,
Well, it's Kante, Jorginho.
and Mount.
No. We had wing backs and we had 3 up front. We had Havertz,
Yeah.
Mount and Lukaku up front.
So
So there's always that 2. But it's just our depth's alright, like Kante, Jorginho, Kovacic, Sal. Those 4, fair enough, we've kept Loftus Cheek and whoever else we've kept.
Barkley, Drinkwater.
Well, no, Drinkwater's gone to Reading.
Oh yeah, he has gone to Reading.
And Barkley leaving in the end, I don't even know what the fuck he's doing. But
I don't think he did.
look, those four, and you've got Mount who can play in midfield. But Jorginho, Kovacic, Sal, Kante, I'm quite happy with. Not saying Sal necessarily come in for someone, but Kante keeps picking up injuries left, right and centre.
Yeah.
Kovacic has never been known to have an injury. So, I don't know, I'm happy with the signing. He's on loan. He speaks well. I like a player that comes in and speaks well. Don't speak a fucking word of English at all, but he speaks well. And then transfers out. Transfers out. I've not put loads down because it's Chelsea. We loan out about 700 players a fucking window. But I've only just put Tammy and Zuma down because they're the most recent big ones really. You got players that have gone out on loan and gone elsewhere. But Tammy, I'm happy for him because he's gone to Roma. He's got 2 assists and a goal, I think, in 2 games, as far as I'm aware. Look, have you seen any clips of Tammy? Looks the bollocks out there in Italy. So I'm pleased for him.
Farmers League, innit?
Farmers League, yeah. But I'm pleased for him, and then Zuma I've written down. So I think Zuma's a weird one because I feel like we were gambling on signing Koundé, and then because Sevilla wanted
more money,
they wanted the release clause money, which I think was 75 million euros. So we basically pulled out. I think we were gambling on getting in for like 45 million euros, and then they've asked for more, and we've kind of shit ourselves. But we've sold Zuma to try and add to that, like to get some money, and now we've shot ourselves in the foot, I think. But we've still got defenders that can do a job. Like we've still got depth. I don't think it'll be an issue, and the squad we've got can win the Prem. So let's move on because we'll be here all day otherwise. Yeah. But there's been 134 million in sales, so that's Lukaku paid for, I'll put it that way.
Oh yeah, no, even before Lukaku, they were saying it was net spend was profits.
Yeah, I think it was like £34 million profit. Could be wrong, but there we are. Palace, drew 0-0 with Brentford.
We said that.
We did say that. We said a draw, and then they drew
with Lee. No, with.
I'll tell you, they drew to West Ham 2-2 because it was the Conor Gallagher masterclass, mate. Because he was the bollocks actually. For Palace, from what I saw anyway, the highlights and stuff. Their transfers in, Edouard
Oddison
from the Fenians, Will Hughes.
Yeah, from Watford, 3-year deal.
Yeah, not bad, is it?
Not bad. Good player actually, he's been unlucky with injuries.
Yeah, and then all I put down for the other in is Gallagher, purely because if he hadn't scored, I think we might have mentioned it once or twice anyway, but I think if he hadn't scored 2 against West Ham, I would have just left it, but then Gallagher's come in as well, so he plays out. Didn't really write down many.
Oh, they released half their squad.
I didn't write down because I thought, fuck me, I'm going to be here all day.
Just to name a few, Cahill, Scott Dan, Van Arnholt.
Yeah, Cahill at Bournemouth, by the way.
Yeah.
I think it's a good signing for the Cherries. Everton, 2-2 with Leeds, game week 2.
2-0 with Brighton, game week 3.
Yeah. Where am I? Sorry, I lost my fucking page now. Transfers in. Only written down 2. Damari Gray, and I've put Android Townsend.
Andros.
Yeah, I don't know if it's corrected itself to Android. So you got Android Townsend and Damari Gray. Yeah. Damari Gray's a weird one. I feel like he's got a bit. There's something there. Yeah. He was at Leicester, and he went to Germany. Was it?
By Leverkusen? No. Yeah.
It could have been Leverkusen. Definitely Germany.
Yeah, it was Germany. I'm sure it was Leipzig or Leverkusen.
And he's got. There's something there, isn't there? With obviously, he played for England at youth level, didn't he? Like the under.
Is it untapped though? Is his manager's just not getting out of him? Because Brendan Rodgers kept giving him opportunity.
Yeah, he did. Just weren't
performing.
And then Android Townsend.
Yeah.
Been around and then
good left foot.
What he can do. Wonder of a left foot if he gets hold of it. You know what I mean? And then transfers out. I've just put 2. Don't know why I put Theo Walcott down, but for some reason I
free transfer.
It was a free transfer at the end of the day, and I put Moise Keane. Gone back to
Juve on loan, isn't it?
Yeah. Moving on.
Moving on.
Dirty Leeds. Game week 2, 2-2 against Everton. Game week 3, 1-1 against Burnley. Been a rough start for Leeds, I feel.
Yeah.
Lost.
I think it. Yeah,
I got battered.
Yeah, but I have to get in a battering from United, who is a rival in Leeds' eyes and United's eyes.
Yeah.
You know, it does take some coming back.
Yeah. And Bielsa, he knows what he's doing, doesn't he? He's a good manager. Transfers in, there's only one I could write down really, and that was Dan James.
Yeah, 25
mil. Good signing, I think, for them.
Jack Harrison as well, signed him from Man City. He was on loan there last year.
Yeah, they signed him quite early in the window, rather than like the recent ones that we might not have mentioned in the other episodes. But I think I actually quite like Dan James, and a lot of people slate him. I think he's alright.
Yeah, I mean, he's another one that's got untapped potential.
Yeah.
I think he's
hot and cold.
well.
Played well for Wales in the Euros.
It's not even that. He was at Swansea, wasn't he? And then he was going to sign for Leeds, and then United come in for him.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunately for him, he's just never really had the opportunity. You know, I think he started like the first 3 or 4 games after signing, and then just went off the boil, and that was it.
Yeah.
He was bit part appearances here and there. So if Leeds can give him a run of games, then
exactly. And I feel like that tends to happen as well. Like, it would not surprise me if he went to Leeds and he was amazing.
Yeah.
Would not surprise me at all. And the transfers out, I've only put Helder Costa down. So I thought, was it Championship days?
Yeah,
he was tricky.
He was incredible at Wolves, and then
Yeah.
obviously didn't cut it in the Prem, so they sent him on loan to Leeds. He
Yeah.
signed there, and he didn't cut it in the Prem again.
Yeah. So that's what I've put for Leeds. Leicester, game week 2.
All that actually, can I just interject there?
What, back to Leeds?
Yeah, Leeds game. So we had the draw. They drew, didn't they?
With
Everton.
the one we predicted.
With Everton.
Yeah.
And everyone was saying about Rafinha's wonder goal.
Yeah.
It weren't that much of a fucking wonder goal.
Oh no, it wasn't, was it?
No.
No.
Everywhere,
No,
Sky
no, it
Sports,
wasn't.
BBC,
Yeah.
everyone saying Rafinha's wonder goal saves points for Leeds. It's like, really? He's cutting on his left foot. It's not gone top.
On his strong foot.
It's not gone fucking top corner or in
Yeah.
off the crossbar or anything. It's alright, side netting, but
Left-footed player scores left-footed goal.
and it weren't as if he hadn't dribbled through 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah.
He just cut inside, whip, goal. Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
I feel like you needed to really let that out.
I really did need to
Fucking
let that out.
winding you up.
Yeah, it was.
Leicester,
Dark horse.
lost 4-1 in game week 2 to West Ham. Do you remember what we said? This is the only one we predicted the same.
We both must have put Leicester to win.
It was the last one. It was the Monday night. Do you remember what we both said? We were like, "Oh, we'll leave it at that."
2-0?
No.
3-0? 3-1?
No.
1-1?
No. We both put 2-0.
Did we?
We said 2-0, yeah. Because that was like, it was the last one on the Monday night. We were like, right, we'll leave it at that. That's a nice way to end it.
I mean, West Ham, it's just
West Ham ran riot.
David Moyes.
Yeah. And then they won 2-1 to
Norwich. Jamie Vardy scored an assist.
That's it, yeah. And I feel like then Norwich had a goal disallowed, didn't they? Because the keeper was impeded, because the keepers are so fucking protected now.
Yes.
And then Leicester have not done a lot of business. The only, as far as I'm aware, the only transfers in that I've put down is Lookman from Leipzig.
They did a lot of their business early though, didn't
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like we might have spoken about.
Well, yeah, we said about Dakar and
Yeah,
Suma.
exactly. I saw Dakar and I thought, fuck me, that. I was going to say the CUNT, but we're trying not to do that. That bloke, the amount of times we've said Dakar.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'm not writing him down. And
Yeah,
somehow
yeah.
he's still in the conversation.
Yeah.
All I put is Lookman, and that's it.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was previously at Everton and Charlton.
Yes.
So he's come back from Germany, back
From
over.
Leipzig.
Yeah, and the transfers out, they've not really got rid of a lot, unless they've released players. And obviously Vestergaard as well, they're signed, but the same as him. I might as well DM him and see if he wants to come on this week.
Yeah.
That. Well, the Vestergaard fan club, I don't even think he's that good. Should we move on?
Yeah.
I'll just put the murderers, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Game week 2. Game week 2, they beat Burnley 2-0. We've said that. Our predictions, we've done that as well. And then they drew 1-0 to the champions of Europe. We've spoke about that. The transfers in, we've spoke about them. They haven't done any deals recently in the past couple of weeks.
No.
So I literally haven't put any transfers in or out. Because we said about Shaqiri, didn't we?
He's gone to Leon.
Which is gone. So I haven't actually put any transfers in or out. So if you've waited around for us to speak about Liverpool,
sorry.
yeah, sorry, you haven't done any recent business. That's the trouble. We've spoken about your signings anyway. Same with City. Game week 2, 1-5-0. Game week 3, 1-5-0. Do you remember what we said for City Norwich predictions? It's the only one I got bang on.
Well, you said 5-0.
You said 3.
Did I?
Yeah, you said 3. It's the only one I got bang on. Again, City, the obvious, sign Grealish. We've spoken about Grealish. They haven't really got rid of anyone, any big names.
Apart from Mendy. Rapist.
Apart from Mendy, yeah. The rapist, that must be a thing in Manchester. Adam Johnson, Mendy, Ronaldo's back.
Was Adam Johnson Manchester? Adam Johnson was Sunderland, mate.
Adam Johnson?
Yeah.
Played for City.
Oh, a long time ago, yeah.
Yeah, well, he was still up there, wasn't he? City, yeah, I haven't done much, so if you're a City fan, again, apologies, you should have signed some more players towards the end. Man United drew 1-1 to Southampton. Do you remember what we put?
Oh, I must have put United.
We must have put United win.
United to win big.
Yeah, I said 3-1. You said 3-0.
But we watched that in the pub before the Chelsea Arsenal game, didn't we? And United were all over them second half.
Yeah, they got a nice point for Southampton. Then they won 1-0 against Wolves. Which I had watched this game. It was on Sunday, just gone. And I thought Wolves were unlucky, really. Not unlucky, but I thought Wolves played really well before United scored. I feel like that's a typical Wolves thing.
We've said that, haven't we? We've said there's still only 3 games in. It's 35 games to go. Plenty of time for them to pick up points. And we think they will. We think they will. We think they'll finish up there as well.
I don't know why, for some reason we both are obsessed with Wolves.
Well, my pap was a Wolves fan, so I always had a soft spot.
You got a little soft spot in there.
Yeah, a little soft spot in there.
And then, I mean, the players in are just the obvious. Ronaldo, the big elephant in the room. CR7 back in the Prem.
Yeah, 21 million in total. What a bargain.
Good bargain.
21 million euros.
Yeah.
I believe I did see it. I think it's £525,000 a week.
Is it really?
I know it'd be, or £425,000.
I know it'd be 400 plus. There's not a lot to say, isn't there, about the Ronaldo transfer? It's Cristiano Ronaldo.
He's going to do He's going to do business.
He'll do the business,
and that's why I said this to you when I spoke to you the other day, or did I? I can't remember. Cristiano Ronaldo is the better out of the two between him and Messi, because Messi's gone from Barcelona, where he's had it easy for so many years, to the Farmers League of French League.
Even easier.
And if anybody wants to argue the case in that, like, I doubt Ben Foster will ask for a picture with Ronaldo with his son in his arms, like that Rennes keeper.
Like that Rennes keeper getting the PSG. So basically, if you didn't see it, the Rennes keeper at the end of the game against PSG, when Messi had come on, the keeper said, "Can I put my kid in your arms and you get a photo?" You probably would have seen it anyway, but yeah, you're right. Right,
there's just much more.
That's why one thing I've never done is say Ronaldo. I can't pick between Ronaldo and Messi. It's something I don't want to do. But I've got a lot of time for Ronaldo to go at 36.
36 to go from.
We're going back to the Prem.
Yeah, I'm going back to the Prem.
The most competitive league.
For 2 years with an option for a third. Yeah. He will play until he's 40.
100%. I'd like to see him retire at United, or maybe Portugal.
Although, obviously this is way down the line, but have you seen who's now teammates at United?
Who do you mean?
Who's teammates at United?
Who's teammates at United?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're on about.
Well, okay, I'll explain it. So in the under-11s team, it's Cristiano Ronaldo Jr.
Yeah.
and Kai Rooney.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Are they the same age group?
They're the same age group.
Fucking hell. Imagine that strike.
So it's already been saying, it's like, you know, could this be the beginning of something very special?
In years to come. And I also put Varane and Sancho, who we've spoken about. The transfers out, Dan James, like we just spoke about. Newcastle. Not a lot to say about Newcastle. Game week 2.
Joe Willett. Oh,
that's what I put down. So game week 2, they lost 2-0 to Villa, like we said, and then they drew 2-2 to Southampton. Southampton.
Last minute.
Ward-Prowse penalty last minute of the game because some bloke missed out on £250,000 on the Super 6. Transfers in. I've just put Joe Willett.
I think that's all they did sign. I don't think
they didn't do nothing. Them in Liverpool, I think, signed the least. I think. Could be wrong. Norwich. Lost 5-0 to City game week 2, lost 2-1 to Leicester game week 3. Transfers in, I've put 2, I haven't put any outs. I've put 2 that we haven't mentioned. I've put Kabak, the geezer that played Liverpool, we spoke about, didn't we, the other day.
Yeah.
Could shore up the defence.
Could do. Didn't
shore
really do a lot of Liverpool. Actually, if you remember rightly, at Liverpool he gave away a stupid goal against Leicester.
Yeah, the howler. Yeah. Was that with the keeper? When the keeper come out? Yeah. And then I've put Brandon Williams.
Yeah.
That's all I've put.
It's great for my fantasy team because he's now gone from being a bench warmer to getting points just for playing. So
yeah. Moving on from Norwich because they didn't really get rid of anyone, to be honest. Southampton, game week 2 draw 1-1, game week 3 drew 2-2. Transfers in. I've just put one, the centre half from Torino. I don't know how to say his name. Like Lyanco or something in there.
Leonco.
Yeah. Apparently all right. I've read up on him last night. So. Got to replace Vestergaard, didn't they?
Well, we did say they had to.
Which in all fairness they have. The transfers out, other than Vestergaard, as far as I can remember, they didn't do much business transferring out. Tottenham, top of the league, Tottenham. Fucking hell.
That's hard to say.
That's hard, that is. Game week 2, we haven't covered Tottenham versus Wolves yet. They won 1-0. Yeah. Do you remember what you put?
I put 2-1 to it.
3-1 Spurs.
Yeah.
And I put 3-0 Spurs. They won 1-0 for game week 2 against Wolves. Then they won 1-0 against Watford. It's a weird one because that's the top. When they had Mourinho in charge, that's the type of results you'd think you'd see Mourinho do.
I think they're playing quite entertaining stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing. It comes with entertaining football. So fair play to them. They signed that Emerson
Royale.
the right back from Barca, and I read, I don't know how true it is, they wanted 130 odd million euros for him, and in the end they just paid like 30 million euros for him. So they managed to somehow cut off 100 mil. Don't know how, but I don't really know who he is personally.
No, I don't know.
All it's like Barcelona. You think? No, I never heard of him, mate.
I've never heard of him.
But Barcelona, you think, well, he might be quite alright. And then they signed that Romero, the centre half as well, didn't they?
Yeah, that was replaced Alderweireld.
Yeah, and then the transfers out, Lamella.
Yeah, because he came with Carlos Gil.
Yeah, the fella with long hair.
Was he at Villa?
Carlos Gil.
Yeah.
There was a player at Gil.
There was a...
No, a player at Gil. There was a Gil at Villa. I don't think it's it, is it?
I'll have a quick
I don't see it, I just don't see it. Alderweireld, they got rid of. And then they got rid of Sissoko for Watford.
Carlos Gil was now it's New England Revolution.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. Alderweireld and Sissoko. Sissoko's a bit of a weird one.
Sissoko?
Unusual one.
Did you see how much Watford paid for him?
No.
I think it's 2.5 mil.
Is that all?
I think he's such a good player.
No, I didn't write it down. We're going to speak about Watford next. I didn't write it down. Well, moving on. That's a lovely job. We've got 3 teams left. All the W's. Watford lost 2-0 to Brighton. Game week 2. Lost 1-0 to Spurs. Game week 3, like we just said. Watford are going down.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I
don't know. Moussa Sissoko might fucking fall.
Well, that's him. The transfers in: Sissoko, Josh King, and Danny Rose. For Watford, that's not bad.
Brian Gill.
Brian Gill.
Yeah.
Well, what, the fellow with long hair for Spurs?
Yeah.
Sissoko has been in the Prem for years now. On his day, he's a bit of a unit, isn't he?
Sissoko.
Unit.
Oh yeah, I'm a big fan of Sissoko. Even though he played for Spurs, I was a big fan of him at Newcastle.
And then Josh King. Great for Bournemouth in the Championship.
Shit for Everton in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Shit for United.
Didn't really get a game for Everton, did he? Really?
Because he weren't good enough.
No. So that's a bit of a weird one because they got rid of Andre Gray, didn't they, Watford? So
he's gone on loan
to QPR.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
And then Danny Rose, we've seen him do it in the Premier before. No, he's a dirty little bastard.
It's the sort of thing he needs, actually.
Yeah.
Because I watched it obviously All or Nothing, and he got some shit treatment.
I've seen it
from Jose. He got a bit of shit treatment from Jose. So.
And then Watford's transfers out. What time are we on? What did I say?
35.
35.
So we go about half an hour.
Transfers out. Andre Gray, Chalobah, which I thought was a weird one. Nathaniel.
But he ain't played a lot.
No, did in the Championship. Was I would say one of the first names on the team sheet.
He did in the Prem to begin with, and then he got injured, I think.
Yeah.
Because remember there was a big hoo-ha about when Watford played Bournemouth. This is like how my football memory works here. That Bournemouth were on the attack and Chalobah was behind. I think it was Harry Arter. That's how long ago it was.
Yeah.
And he shouted step, and Arter stepped, and he took the ball and went away. And there was a massive uproar because ethics of the game and gamesmanship and all that. But yeah.
Yeah, so Chalobah's gone to Fulham. Good signing for Fulham.
Yeah, well full of all of there, haven't they?
I've got Will Hughes, like we said. I've put Isaac Success, though he's not really.
He's gone out, hasn't he? He's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah.
And then the big one, Troy Deeney, the big man.
On loan to Birmingham.
Yeah.
He'll smash goals in the Championship.
Yeah. I'll see his interview today, and he was like, he can't wait. He said, he was like, who would want to come to St Andrews on a Tuesday or Wednesday night with the whole place rocking?
He's Birmingham lad, isn't he?
Yeah, he was really passionate about it, to be fair. So good luck to Deeney because we don't mind Deeney.
Well, we said that Birmingham might be up there.
Yeah.
That sort of signing.
Yeah. I put West Ham, aka Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Obviously, he won 4-1 against Leicester. We both predicted Leicester in game week 2. Game week 3 drew 2-2 with Palace, like we said, because it was Conor Gallagher masterclass. Transfers in, they've signed Krau from Spartak Moscow, from centre mid, and they've signed Vlasic from CSKA Moscow.
I'm trying to think.
Cam.
That Vlasic, I know him from somewhere.
And then obviously they signed Big Kurt as well. But they've got what? Vlasic, Krau, Kufau,
Souček.
Could be more. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I think that's it.
Yeah. So Czech Republic, yeah. And then
Nedved signing next week.
Yeah, and then the only transfers out. Really, it's not even a transfer out. They haven't really got rid of anyone. I've just put Lingard going back to United. I know it wasn't their player, but
no,
he would miss, wouldn't
you
he?
can't even use that one, unfortunately.
Well, I don't give a fuck. It's my fucking notes, and I'm saying Lingard going is terrible for him.
Is it?
Well, he proved it last year, mate. So in my opinion, yeah.
And they'll sign him in January.
Probably, yeah. Moving on from Czech Republic, we've got Wolves. Game week 2 lost 1-0. Game week 3 lost 1-0. Transfers in. I've literally just put Hee-Chan Wang.
Oh yeah, Hang Wei-Chan.
Yeah, from Germany.
Leipzig.
Yeah, could be alright.
Rapid.
Yeah, could be a good player for the Wolves. Up front with Jimenez, could do a job. And then transfers out, they haven't really got any noticeable players to speak about.
Well, there's one that I'm disappointed about. It's Sheffield for Wolves, sorry.
Yeah,
I think he's on Sheffield United. Morgan Gibbs-White.
Morgan Gibbs-White. Yeah.
Now,
I did see that on the transfer.
For any football manager fans out there,
Mm.
after 2 years, he's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
So I always follow him now. And he's played a couple of Premier League games. He's all right.
Yeah.
And he's got quite a low squad number as well.
Mm.
But wish him the best of luck, Morgan.
So that's it. All 20. We'll go on to you in a minute. Don't worry. I know you're for a minute there. You're like fucking hell. I forget the comments. No, that's all 20. That's all the 20 Premier League clubs done for the last 2 game weeks. Transfers in, transfers out. So a bit different as well. We haven't done transfers.
Yeah, no, we haven't.
Over to you, mate. Finish us off with the League 2 talk.
Fucking League 2 news.
I'll kick your feet up.
It's not fucking great. The wheels have come off.
Mm.
So
you actually should have been here for 2 games.
The last time we spoke, we'd just beaten.
You were winning.
Oh yeah, we're beating Carve. We're beating fucking everyone. And then we played Rochdale at home. Just after we did the last prediction video, we lost 3-1, which is a shock result. I think it cost a lot of people a lot of money.
Against Rochdale?
Yeah, but the bookies were loving it because obviously everybody had started backing us.
Bookies rubbing their hands together.
And then we played Wimbledon in the League Cup on the Tuesday, and judging by the stats, pissed on them. And in the 94th minute, one of their players, I can't remember if it was a centre mid or centre back, just had a pop from 35 yards and it's gone under the keeper and gone in. So we're out of the League Cup now.
It's weird how it works, isn't it? It's so weird.
Then we played on Saturday.
It looked really good.
We played on Saturday and we drew 0-0 away at Crawley with our captain Joseph Mills fractured his ankle.
What?
At Crawley, yeah. Right. Crawley away for us has been fucking horrible. Like,
is it a tough place to go or not? Or is it just...
I don't know if it's a tough place to go. I mean, Mark Wright played there for fuck's sake. He can't be that fucking tough. But no, we played there Boxing Day last year, the year before. And we had 3 players go off injured, and like the skipper for us, Joseph Mills, he's injured all the time. Like, honestly, he's only just come back from an injury.
Yeah. He's
been off for like 6 months. He's fractured his ankle, so he's going to be off again. But it's one of them. And then we played in the old Johnson's Paint. No, it's not Johnson's Paint. It was Papa John's Trophy.
Papa John's Trophy.
Played on that Tuesday night.
Fucking load of shit.
Forest Green away. I mean, for anyone that's...
Did you play? How'd you go on?
We drew 1-0. Scott Pollock scored.
Oh, fair enough.
I was just about to explain. So for anyone that doesn't know the lower league trophy, it's Leagues 1 and 2, and for the last couple of years we've had Premier League Academy sides.
Yeah, the 21 sides in,
and it's a group stage, there's 4 teams, top 2 qualify, and eventually the winners play at Wembley. I still think the winners of the competition should go into the first round of the Europa League knockouts. Because I reckon...
It'd be funny.
I reckon... So who won it last year? So it was Portsmouth-Salford.
Yeah.
I think Portsmouth won it. I think Portsmouth would beat some fucking team from San Marino.
It's like, or like, the thing that Spurs are in.
Yeah,
how poor that is,
like, it should be in a qualifying round, so I think it'd just be funny.
Yeah.
And it generate more interest. Like, so for example, we played Forest Green Tuesday night, there was 800 people there. Alright, they were the home team, but it would have only took 50 or 60. There's just no interest in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, because it was a draw 1-1, to get an extra point, you have a penalty shootout.
Right.
And we won a penalty shootout.
Oh, that's all right.
So we got 2 points from the first game.
Decent. It's not bad, is it? Decent.
I mean, the fact that I couldn't care less about it.
Well, there is that. But at least it's a bit of
It's a bit of a
confidence
boost.
isn't it?
And then yeah, we got
Who you got this weekend?
Scunthorpe at home on Saturday.
Winnable. On paper.
On paper, yeah. Scunthorpe tend to struggle at our place, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I've said that now. They'll come over there and dick us 4 or 5 days. So. But yeah, apart from that, I'm more than happy. That's 40-ish minutes.
40-ish minutes, yeah. Like I say, well, if you're still there, I mean, fair fucking play to you.
I've noticed that the views are going up again because we're doing more regular.
Yeah, no, it's good. We appreciate it a lot, actually. Yeah, we'll wrap it up. Leave a like, all that
Subscribe.
shit. Subscribe, comment. It's a couple of comments.
Send questions.
Yeah, we could do a question one soon, maybe. Maybe next week because of the internationals.
Yeah, we'll have a discussion about next week.
I wouldn't mind putting one out next week, especially if the views are going up and stuff. So, yeah, I think that's that. That's about right.
It's good for me.
Yeah, episode number 7 done. We'll see you at number 8.